Thank you, sir. Mr. Henry Hopner Lewis hailed from Lahore and came to work in the Agriculture Institute of Allahabad, which is now known as the Sam Higginbottom Institute of Agriculture, Technology and Sciences. He had an impressive personality and was an excellent sportsman as well, but his greatest contribution was in the field of education. The Hopner Memorial Debate is attributed to the memory of the late Mr. Henry Hopner, who was the dear father of our founder, director, and head of student welfare of St. Paul's School, Mrs. Nirmala Marianne Chandra, also lovingly known as Big Ma'am. Mrs. Nirmala Marianne Chandra has inherited his excellence in games and sports as a legacy from her late father, and we can justly say that the name of this contest is a fitting tribute to great man, Mr. Henry Hopner. The Hopner Memorial Annual Debate Competition is unarguably one of the most awaited events at St. Paul's School. 8 participants will battle it out for the coveted title of Debater of the Year. Through competitions such as these, we encourage our students to become proficient orators, problem solvers, and critical thinkers. I would like to begin by welcoming our chief guest for today, Reverend G. Chandra. Sir, your presence today is a blessing and an inspiration for us. Thank you for being here today. Please join me in welcoming our panel of judges for today. Our first judge is Dr. Sheba Sharma. Dr. Sheba started her career in Christ College, Kanpur, which also happens to be the alma mater of our executive principal, Mr. Amrish Chandra. She is now an associate professor in the Department of English at St. Andrew's College. She has more than 15 years of experience in teaching as well as research. Her specializations include prose, novels, and fiction. Ma'am, it gives us immense pleasure to have you with us today. We hope you enjoy the debate. Our second judge is Mr. J.P. Dayal. While he may be a familiar figure on the campus as the pastoral head of St. Paul's School, not many know that he brings with him a legacy of rich experience, having worked as a vice principal in one of the premier boarding schools of this country. He is a legend in his own right, having overseen the organization of various literary, cultural, and sporting events across various levels. Our final judge for this morning is Mr. Arun Martin Chauhan. Mr. Chauhan, who is a progressive agriculturalist and an educational consultant, was not only an avid debater in his school days, but he also organized debating competitions at national and international levels, the most prominent among them being the annual Slater debate, which is conducted at his alma mater, Bishop Cotton School. He's also a playwright and a short story writer. And now, without further ado, let's begin the proceedings for today. I would like to acquaint everybody with the rules very briefly. There will be a panel of 3 judges who will mark the speakers on matter, pronunciation, and structure and presentation. The speakers will also be marked for their answers in the rebuttal. The rebuttal carries 5 points based on the correctness of their reply. Each team comprises of 2 speakers, one speaking for and one speaking against the motion. Each speaker will be given 3 minutes to speak. A warning bell will be rung at 2.5 minutes, followed by the final bell at 3 minutes. If the speaker finishes before 2.5 minutes, 2 points will be deducted from the matter column. Any argument put forward after 3 minutes will not be considered by the judges. Each speaker will get 1 minute after completing their argument to answer questions from the participants based on their debate. There will be no cross question. The house with the maximum points will be awarded the Hopner Cup, and the participant with the maximum points will be declared Debater of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Our topic for today is college degree is essential for getting a good job. Our first participant is from Peace House. Sonam Gupta will be speaking for the motion. Sonam, are you ready? Your time starts now.
An investment in knowledge pays the best results. Good morning, everyone. Today I stand in favor of the motion that a college degree is essential for getting a good job. Often we hear our parents saying, study hard. Why they do so? Because they know the hardships of life. They are much more experienced than us. An academic degree is a qualification awarded to students upon successful completion of a course of study in higher education, usually at the college level. My question to the masses, that why are we present here? What are we here to gain? Is it only to gain the knowledge or also the certificate for the educational qualification we have? As per as the research done, 86% of the college graduates consider their job a career or a stepping stone to the career. What is a job? A job is the work that you do regularly to earn money. But as stated in the topic, good job. A good job means that a job that you do to earn a handsome amount of money. Or the respect which you get. So is it not essential to earn a college degree for getting a good job? I repeat, good job. There are lots of benefits of having a college degree. Better career opportunities. Today's students and professionals keep a backup plan for themselves. Why? Because they know that if they are qualified enough, they can get more and more career opportunities, better and higher pay. If you need a good job, you need a good degree for which you will be better and highly paid. You will be having high-skilled jobs. If you are having a college degree, you are graduated, you will be having high-skilled jobs. You will be called for high-skilled jobs. It is estimated that by 2020, 2/3 of all jobs will require post-secondary education. So my friends, what is your view now? What do you all think? That is it not essential for having a college degree? And not only these factors,
3 minutes.
and not only these factors lead to a good job, but also an overall happiness is created in our hearts. Because our teachers and parents are working so hard for us to be a better person in the future. By this, I rest my case. Thank you.
Thank you, Sonam. The floor is now open for questions. Would anybody like to ask Sonam a question? Samika Pandey?
With your permission, Chairperson Ma'am, I'd like to ask my worthy opponent a question.
Permission granted.
In your argument, you stated that a college degree is necessary for getting a good job. Bill Gates did not have a college degree. Do you think that he did not have a good job?
Thank you for the question. The hard work or the hardships he has done for his life is almost compared to a better degree. He is a man of his words. He has done all the things which is required for a good degree. And yes, by all the things, he has a good job for himself. Thank you.
Thank you, Sonam. With that, your time is up. Our next participant is Sanjana Arora. Sanjana will be speaking against the motion. Sanjana, are you ready? Your time starts now.
Good morning, everyone. A college degree is essential for getting a good job. I am here expressing my views against the motion. Familiar with the names Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Lady Gaga, Steve Jobs, they all are widely successful, all without college degrees. And if you had a chance to hire them, wow, amazing, right? You don't actually need a piece of paper to do the job. For example, computer engineers. Computer engineers spend years outside the classroom mastering their skills of C++, Java, gaining experience. With years of practice, they develop enough skills that they don't need a piece of paper to show that they can do the job. Examples of jobs that do not require a college degree are real estate brokers, technical writers, sportsmen, consultants, actors, and the list is endless. Finish school, get a college degree. Are you guaranteed success? Not quite, right? Attending college has become the socially demanded path. But do you know the cost of college fees is continuously rising? Not everybody can afford a college. Student debt is a problem nowadays. But if you master in one field, if you gain knowledge in one field, if you gain experience in one field, even though you are without a college degree, you can be successful. Companies like Google, Apple, Hilton, and many other top companies hire people without college degrees. Leonardo DiCaprio barely finished high school, but he ended up winning an Oscar anyways. Your skills and your talents matters. Master your own skills and you will get a job. You can start a business without a degree. Sachin Tendulkar, Hardik Pandya, they do not have a degree actually, and see how successful they are. So you don't actually need a degree to be successful. You can be successful even without a college degree. According to a report from Washington Examiner, 68% of Americans don't have a college degree, yet they have a job. Your hard work matters. Put in your hard work and you will success. Even though you do not have a degree, if you put in your hard work, if you put in your time, if you put in your knowledge, you will definitely be successful. In the end, I would like to conclude by saying a quote. When success is concerned,
1.5 minutes.
people are not measured in inches. People are not measured in pounds or college degrees or family background. They are measured by the size of their thinking. Thank you. With that, I rest my case.
Thank you, Sanjana. The floor is now open for questions. Would anybody like to ask Sanjana a question? Rahul, do you have a question? Rahul Tripathi?
With your permission, dear Chairperson, ma'am, I'd like to ask my worthy opponent a question.
Permission granted.
In your argument, you stated that even if a person does not have the degree and he puts in his knowledge and his experience, he can still get a good job. But if you do not enter a college and if you do not have a degree, how come you have the knowledge and experience?
Thank you for the question. Even if you do not enter a college or do not enter a college for some degree or higher knowledges, you can definitely gain knowledge. There are many other resources. You can do it on your own. You can be a self-taught man. There are many resources. Internet is the biggest example. You can gain knowledge from the internet. It's just necessary to have a college degree. Thank you.
Dipali, do you have a question for Sanjana?
With your permission, Chairperson, ma'am, I would like to ask my worthy opponent a question.
Permission granted.
Government provides students with various forms of scholarship so that they can enter into college because they believe that college provides a good job and they're essential for getting a good job. So how can you justify it?
Thank you for the question. But do government provide scholarships to each and every person? I don't think so. Thank you.
Thank you, Sanjana. We will now move on to our next house and our next participant. We now have Malvika Tiwari from Courage House, and Malvika will be speaking for the motion. Malvika, are you ready? Your time starts now.
Good morning, respected ma'am and judges, and my worthy opponents. We all are here to argue on a topic: college degree is essential for getting a good job. And thereby, I stand for the motion. Let's first define the word college. A college is an educational institution or establishment in a particular one providing higher education or specialized professional. We are here talking about the job profession, and I believe that a good job requires specialized knowledge, and that's what college provides us. The eligibility criteria of high-paying job are minimum graduation or post-graduation. In today's job market, competition for employment is extremely tough. In order to get a job, one needs to have something that sets oneself apart from other applicants. Going to school or college is not only a life-changing experience, but it also boosts our thoughts and thinking positive mind. Most financial services professionals need a bachelor's degree at minimum. And for future doctors and lawyers, a college degree is necessary as the first step in applying for graduate programs in medicine or law. Earning a college degree is all about opening opportunities in life. It prepares you both intellectually and socially for your career and your adult life. Not everyone knows what they want to do when they grow up, but most know they want to have a better job, not only one that pays more, but one which is more satisfied and secure. Therefore, many people make investment for their time and money for going to college degree. I believe that a college degree is essential for a good job. And
2.5
here,
minutes.
thus, earning a college degree is obviously about exploring the mindset. Here, I believe that college is also for exploration of mind and also for the opportunities to be open. And thus, I rest my case. Thank you.
Thank you, Malvika. Before we begin with the questions, I will request all our non-speakers to please put their videos and audios off. It is interfering with our sound. Please switch your videos and audios off, the non-participants. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Malvika, the floor is now open for questions. Would anybody like to ask Malvika? Sonam.
I would like to ask a question.
Permission granted.
In your argument, you stated that most professional jobs need a college degree, but there are many jobs such as commercial pilots and various others which have a highest pay of more than 80,000. So is it not a good job of high handsome amount of money? So how could you justify your statement?
Thank you for your question. I believe that that's a good job to be done, but isn't thinking that they require a specialized knowledge for that. Most of them are there with the things, and they study from the internet also. And that's not a great thing to be done. Thank you.
Thank you, Malvika. Would anybody else like to ask Malvika a question? Rahul Tripathi.
With your permission, dear Chairperson, ma'am, I'd like to ask my worthy opponent a question.
Permission granted.
In your argument, you stated that college degrees are essential for getting a good job. So what about those people who have prestigious degrees, but still they are unemployed?
Thank you for your question. See, it's not about that they have got the specialized knowledge and they have been in a college and got the college degree and still they are sitting in their houses. It's about the mentality of the people. They think that they have acquired the specialized knowledge and they have gone to a big college, but still they think that I am not fit for this job because of their mindset. Thank you.
Thank you, Malvika. We will now move on to our next debater. Samika Pandey from Courage House will be speaking against the motion. Samika, are you ready? Your time starts now.
I'd like to begin by asking the question, what is a good job? Is it a job that gives you a large paycheck? Or is it doing something that you love, something that gives you satisfaction? Either way, whatever your definition of a good job may entail, you do not need a college degree to get a good job. A degree is fundamentally just a sheet of paper which states that you went to such and such an institute for so many years. It tells you nothing about the caliber of the person, nothing about the capacity of the person, the ability, the personality of the person. A degree does not equip you with the skills you require to survive in the real world. This belief that a degree can get you a job is obsolete. Our world is facing new challenges today. We have AI, automation, and the shift to eco-friendly lifestyles, which are causing a fundamental shift in the nature of jobs. Now, it's no longer the survival of the person who has the most specialized knowledge, but it is the survival of the most adaptable, how the person adapts to the changing landscape of the jobs scenario. Unemployment in India is highest among educated youths. 36% of graduates and 37% of diploma holders do not have a job. So much for good college degrees giving you a job, right? Freelancers, web designers, pilots, army officials, air traffic control officials, among others, do not require a college degree to do their work. Coming back to the paycheck argument, Dhirubhai Ambani did not finish schooling. Bill Gates dropped out of Harvard. Walt Disney, Steve Jobs, and Abraham Lincoln all did not have college degrees. Would you argue that they did not have a good job? This obsession with degrees is a recent phenomenon. Shakespeare was no MA in English, nor was Newton a BSc in science. And the supposed sure-shot method of getting a degree to get a job has run its course. The age of specialists is over. The age of generalists is here. And the companies have also begun to recognize this paradigm shift. Apple, Google, and Tesla no longer require you to have a college degree to get a job. And there is no assurance that getting a degree will give you a job that you really enjoy. Chris Cuomo studied as a lawyer, got his degree in law, but he did not want to pursue as a lawyer. So he ended up being a reporter. And today he's a premier reporter at CNN. Varun Chakravarti studied as an architect, got his degree in architecture, but today he's playing in the IPL for Kolkata Knight Riders. Their degree did not help them get a good job. Welcome to the 21st century. Only hard work and capabilities get you jobs here. So follow your heart. Your grit and determination will get you there. With this, I'd like to rest my case, saying that a good degree is not essential for a good job. Thank you.
Thank you, Samika. The floor is now open for questions. Would anybody like to ask Samika a question? Please raise your hand. Rahul Tripathi.
With your permission, dear Chairperson, ma'am, I'd like to ask my worthy opponent a question.
Permission granted.
In your argument, you stated that a college degree cannot equip us with skill and talent. But to get a degree, we have to pass a college, and to pass the college, we do require talent and skill. So how can you justify your statement?
I'd like to request the chairperson to request my worthy opponent to repeat the question.
The question will be repeated.
In your argument, you stated that a college degree cannot equip us with skill and talent. But to get a college degree, we have to pass the college, and for that, we do require talent and skill. So how can you justify your statement?
Thank you for your question. I'd like to say that just getting through college, you just have to basically pass a few examinations, which is based on theoretical knowledge. It does not equip you with the skills, with the things you require to get through real life. A college is basically just, it's a place where you gain theoretical knowledge. You do not get the application part which you require in the real world. Thank you.
Thank you, Samika. Shizeen Azam has a question.
With your permission, ma'am, I would like to ask my worthy opponent a question.
Permission granted.
You talked about Google and Apple who are taking people who are non-graduates. But are you aware of the fact that Google has only 14% of the employees who have not gone to college, whereas 86% are graduates? Please justify.
Thank you for your question. I'd like to state that I said that this is a new trend. It means now this has become a recent phenomenon, and Google and Microsoft and Tesla all are beginning to recognize the essential skills that are required and not college degrees. So it is becoming a phenomenon, and slowly that number, you're going to see it increase. Thank you.
Thank you, Samika. Moving on. Our next participant is Shizeen Azam. Shizeen is from Faith House, and she will be speaking for the motion. Shizeen, are you ready? Your time starts now.
Good morning, everyone. Now let me start from asking a question. Why, after completing 12, we are not satisfied? Why are we not that confident that we will do something in our future? Why there is a rat race of going into a college? Why are people filling forms of different colleges around the globe to get a good degree? Because we all know that when we get a college degree, when we are graduated, we have our future secured. People are studying for 10 to 18 hours just for clearing entrances. We see Delhi University lining up students. Why? Because everybody is in that race to get a good college and to get a good job. A good job is only when if you are not having some very big passion, like people will say that Sachin Tendulkar or actors and actresses. But what about the people who are just normal, who don't have that much passion that they can follow their passion and do very good things? People are talking about Bill Gates. How many Bill Gates we have in the world? I think only one. How many Mark Zuckerbergs we have? Only one. Not everyone can do that. Many people they have to support their family. They have to do many things in their life. And to do that, we require a college degree, because college open opportunities. And the position given to a 12th, after 12th job, and the people who have done the graduation. The graduated one will get a better job. People will say that only good colleges have good placements. What about the people who are doing degrees and taking degrees from a normal one? Let me tell you, compare a 12th student who is searching for a job and a student who has completed his graduation degree. Who will get a job first? Who will get a better job? It's very clear that the person who has done his college and has completed the degree will get the job first, and I think it's a better job. Talking about India, India has after 12th job. People say that there are many jobs and you can work. What kind of jobs are that? Highly paid? No, not at all. And I don't think that anyone can claim that after 12th I'm loving my job.
2.5 minutes.
In India, the biggest professions which are paid are medicals, merchant navy officers, engineers, and chartered accountants. They all need a degree. So how can you say a college degree is not important? In movies, we see people following passion. But don't you think real life and real life are totally different? I think we live in the practical world and we need to understand that getting a degree is really important because not everyone has passion. So I would end up my case by saying that yes, college degree is essential. Thank you.
Thank you, Shazeen. The floor is now open for questions. Would anybody like to ask Shazeen a question? Samika Pandey.
With your permission, Chairperson Ma'am, I'd like to ask my worthy opponent a question.
Permission granted.
In your argument, you stated that people with degrees they get better jobs. So how do you explain that people, even after getting engineering degrees from IITs, are unable to get jobs?
Thank you for your question. Well, you stated about IITs. Don't you think that the CGPA ranking and whatever they said for getting good jobs is dependent on the person according how he or she studies? Don't you think, why I don't know the trend of not studying in IITs? People are not studying in IITs once they get the admission. But don't you think that once you get in IIT, it's your responsibility to study? And unemployment after getting into an IIT is the person's, his or her fault? Thank you.
Thank you, Shazeen. Sanjana Arora has a question.
With your permission, Chairperson Ma'am, may I ask my worthy opponent a question?
Permission granted.
In your argument, you talked about how degrees are important. But do you know the cost of college education is on the rise and not everybody can afford a college? Therefore, it's better for them to actually go for their passion and work hard on it and then find a job?
Thank you for your question. Well, college fees are increasing, but don't you think if we work hard and clear entrances, we get government scholarships? And when we say that not all of us get college scholarship, there are student loans also on education. Parents can also take education loan. Even the student can take student loan. And government colleges, they have less fees. So I think it's not about fees, but from a good college, if we do, there's less fees and scholarships and loans are also there. Thank you.
Thank you, Shazeen. Now, moving on to our next participant, also from Faith House. We have Miti Agarwal, who will be speaking against the motion. Miti, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Your time starts now.
As most of my opponents stated that college degree is a qualification which one earns after having finished an academic course by the end of your college. But according to me, and as most of you would agree, it is just a piece of paper which cannot decide your future. Since the very beginning, we are told that marks do not define me, degrees do not define me, then why do we have to focus on them? In today's time, colleges have become brands. Any company you go to will simply see your college name and give you the preference. What about those who could not afford to go to those colleges? What about those people who have the skills, who are talented and passionate, but cannot do what they want because of a college degree and a college name? Is this fair to them? I don't think so. Every individual has equal rights and should get equal opportunities to showcase their talent and passion. Being a student of class 12 right now, probably I am the person who can understand the stress level every student experiences at this stage of the life. NEET cutoffs, DU cutoffs, or any university you see are shooting. People are scoring 100 out of 100. Not everybody has the same capability, but that does not mean that the person does not have the knowledge or the brains. I would also like to talk about how the society and parents pressurize teenagers or young adults to choose a course. Teenage or young, when you are a young adult, you are at a very tender stage. There's a lot going on in your mind. You don't know exactly what you want to do. In such a situation, you're often restricted to choose one course because you think your elders are correct and you end up getting the wrong degree, which does not satisfy you. My only question is, what do you want, money or happiness? Many people say money can't buy happiness. Only you can be the reason behind your own happiness and satisfaction. Many occupations like being a writer, musician, painter, or a playwright do not require a college degree. I would also like to talk about how these cutoffs are pressurizing students. Many students are committing suicides during this lockdown. Are you aware of that fact? Students are going through major anxiety attacks and trauma just because of the cutoff, and they're not sure about what they want to do in the future. I would like to conclude my case by saying that maybe if our Prime Minister would have chased a college degree, he would not have been one of the leading world leaders. And even, there are so many other examples in the same. I would like to state, but all I would say in the end is college degrees really should not make a difference in your job opportunities. Thank you.
Thank you, Miti. The floor is now open for questions. Would anybody like to ask Miti a question? Rahul Tripathi.
With your permission, dear Chairperson, ma'am, I'd like to ask my worthy opponent a question.
Permission granted.
In your argument, you stated that a college degree is just a piece of paper. If it's really not that important, why do millions of people enter into colleges every year just to get that piece of paper?
Thank you for your question. As I stated, influence of the society and pressure of the parents. We are so much pressurized by our social environment that we tend to forget our own capabilities. We tend to underestimate ourselves, which is why I am so adamant on the opinion that college degrees should not make a difference. Promote children to pursue the passion, to know in what field they are talented, and they should be encouraged to do what makes them happy. A college degree is not essential to make you successful. Thank you.
Thank you, Miti. Samika Pandey.
With your permission, Chairperson, ma'am, I'd like to ask my worthy opponent a question.
Permission granted.
You argued that college degrees are not necessary to follow your passion. So do you suggest that someone who does not hold an MBBS degree should also be allowed to practice as a doctor?
Thank you for your question. I also spoke about various other occupations and people not being able to pursue them. Also, I spoke about a lot of NEET aspirants who might be going into a lot of trauma and stress because you see the cutoffs, you see the results. Not everybody has the capability, and so many people are deprived of actually pursuing MBBS degree because they fail to reach that cutoff. Thank you.
Thank you, Miti. And now moving on to our final house for this morning. From Joy House, our first participant is Dipali Chatnani, and Dipali will be speaking for the motion. Dipali, are you ready? Your time starts now.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to begin with a question. What actually is a good job? A good job, as per me, is the one which provides the person with satisfaction. And without satisfaction, what is actually the meaning of life of a person? What is actually the meaning of existence? Nothing, right? You all believe with me. You do. So now let me connect this concept of good job, satisfaction with college. Why is college essential for getting a good job? Let's begin. Do you really think that college only provides the student with an educational certificate, with an educational degree? Well, if you do so, you're wrong. Let me tell you, college not only provides their student with an educational degree, but also with personality development, because college provides great deal of exposure to their students. They provide through seminars, internships, their competition. It was really well said that when a frog is in a well, it believes itself to be the king, but when it comes out, it realizes its self-worth. This world is really chaotic, and that saying really proves here. because a person who has not enrolled himself or herself in college doesn't really know about the competition, doesn't really know about the hardships, the chaosness, the mess of this world. Whereas a student who's pursuing a college degree really gets to know where he or she stands. They really try to raise up their bar because they're aware of the competition. Moving forward, personality development. Jobs don't only seek for a person who has the capability to do a 9 to 5 p.m., a 9 to 5 job, has to sit in front of laptop and just type. No, that's not really what jobs require. They require a person who has a personality, who has the capability to think out of the box. And that's what colleges provides the students with, which is why colleges are really essential. They're really essential for getting a good job. Placements. We all know that colleges provide students with great deal of placements. Great deal of placements. Even companies like Google, Apple, Tesla, Microsoft, Wipro, they all come towards colleges to to hire people. So how can we really say that colleges are not important for getting an essential job? Earlier in my argument, I talked about satisfaction, getting a good job. Without good job, I don't really think everybody will be satisfied, because workplace is the place where persons spend almost their entire day, almost their entire week. And colleges give you depth about your own interest, about the knowledge, about the subject, which is really important for the person to get a good job. At last, I would just like to ask one question. If colleges are not important, not essential for getting a good job, then why are there so many colleges? They have a reason for their existence. And that reason is that they provide the students with opportunities for their career. They provide them with good jobs. And with that, I would like to rest my case. Thank you.
Thank you, Dipali. The floor is now open for questions. Would anybody like to ask Dipali a question? Sanjana Arora.
With your permission, Chairperson, ma'am, may I ask my worthy opponent a question?
Permission granted.
You talked about companies like Apple, Tesla, but are you aware of the fact that they also hire people without degrees?
Thank you for your question. I agree that they hire people without degrees, but what is the percentage of the people they hire without degrees? That's around 14 to 15%, whereas 86% of their employees are graduate at least. They have a college degree, because the companies even believe that college degree is essential. And the 16% they employ, the companies provide them with further education. They provide them with further educational degree because they believe on the fact that a college is essential for getting a good job. Thank you.
Thank you, Dipali. Niti Agarwal.
With your permission, ma'am, may I ask my worthy opponent a question?
Permission granted.
You spoke about a lot of colleges being constructed, and you state that they're important and that's why they're being constructed. But are you aware of the fact that education has actually become a business these days and they don't really care about the talent of the people? Please justify your statement.
Thank you for your question. There are millions of colleges, not only in our country, but around the whole globe. And how can we just say that they don't care about the talents? There are so many programs held for enhancement of personality of the child, for enhancement of the talents, to get deeper knowledge about the child only. Which is why colleges are so important for development of a child. They're so important to get for the child to know his or her own talents. Thank you.
Thank you, Dipali. And now, moving on to our final participant of the doctor debate for 2020. We have Rahul Tripathi from Joy House, and Rahul will be speaking against the motion. Rahul, are you ready? Your time starts now.
Good morning, everyone. Today, I stand here to express my views against the motion that college degrees are a must for getting a good job. We all know that a gigantic number of people in India, in the world rather, are illiterate. So does that mean that they do not have a job or they do not earn money? Of course not. Even if they do not have the college degrees, even if they do not have the typical 9 to 5 job, they do earn a respectful living. They take care of their family and they provide them with food, shelter, and all the basic necessities. Some of the most richest and most popular people in the world have not even qualified high school, such as Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, and our very own Sachin Tendulkar has not even passed 10th standard. But look at all the admiration, all the love, all the respect that they receive from us. What is a good job? A good job is not something which gives you money and money and money. It is something which gives you satisfaction and happiness. It makes your life to be felt worthy enough to live. Now, what is more important to get a job? It is really that black and white piece of paper, or is it the burning desire to do something with ourselves? Is it that mere degree, or is it the discipline, the determination, and the willingness to do something? No matter what prestigious degree you have, if you do not have the interest and willingness to do your job properly, you won't be able to fit in the working environment and you will never be able to do well in your life. Indian industry is a booming industry. A lot of startups are being launched nowadays. And these companies prefer to employ those people who have the desire, the interest, and the passion to do their job properly, rather than those who have just mere degrees. If a person has the willingness to work harder, if he believes in hard work and is passionate towards his job, he will try to do better and better and better. And these are the people who grow up to become Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Sachin Tendulkar, and many more such personalities. There are a number of professions which do not require a college degree. Sachin Tendulkar do not have a college degree. All the celebrities, all the actors, all the social media influencers do not have a college degree. But still they earn, and they earn way more than those who have the degrees.
2.5.
If it were really that important, then why would there be millions of people with a college degree and still they are unemployed? My father does not have a college degree, but still he has worked hard, and I'm proud to say that he has provided me with everything that I need. A good house, a good family, and the best of all, such a prestigious school as mine. I am very proud of him, and with his example, I would like to say that a college degree is not important to get a good job. With that, I would like to rest my case. Thank you.
Thank you, Rahul. The floor is now open for questions. Would anybody like to ask Rahul a question? Sanjana Arora?
With your permission, Chairperson, ma'am, may I ask my worthy opponent a question?
Permission granted.
Don't you think the people who go to college have more opportunities, like the placements that college offer, the seminars that college offer, and have more inclination towards success than the people who do not go to college?
Thank you for your question. We live in the 21st century. The world is too small right now. If you have the talent, if you have the skill, it will definitely be emphasized and encouraged. Social media is there to help us spread the knowledge that we have. Even if we do not have the degrees, we can still get good jobs. What do you think? Many brilliant celebrities like Noora Fateh, etc., they do not have a college degree. They worked hard, and their hard work provided them with publicity. Thank you.
Sonam Gupta?
With your permission, Chairperson, ma'am, I would like to ask my opponent a question.
Permission granted.
In your argument, you stated that illiterate people do also have a job, but the topic is all about good job, not job. So how do you justify your statement?
Thank you for your question. I'll repeat my question again. What do you think a good job is? A good job is not something which provides you with money, but also satisfaction. And people who are illiterate, they are also doing good. Don't you think that Sachin Tendulkar, even if he is not illiterate, he has not passed class 10, he is doing a good job and he is satisfied by that. There are people who launch their own startup business. They can be a helper. There are millions of jobs that do not require a college degree, but still provide with enough money, happiness, and satisfaction. So it would be totally wrong to say that a college degree is must to get a good job. Thank you.
Shazina Azam.
With your permission, ma'am, I would like to ask my worthy opponent a question.
Permission granted.
You talked about people like Sachin Tendulkar who followed their passion. But what about those who don't have a passion and they still need some earning? Please justify.
Thank you for your question. I believe that every person is specific, is unique, and is individual. Everybody has some passion. And even if you're trying to say that they do not have, the options for them is wide open. They can go to personality development class. They can take some time and develop a passion, sharpen their skills. Everybody has some skills, this or that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rahul, and thank you to all our participants. I must say that was a very well contested debate. All the speakers put forth some very convincing arguments. And I would just like to inform everybody here that our speakers have prepared for this topic only 1 hour prior to this event. They have had no formal knowledge or information about the topic, and whatever they have prepared has been in the last 1 hour. So I think a big hats off to all of you for doing such a good job, for speaking so well, and for putting forth your points with such conviction and truth in your hearts. Well done. Dr. Shiva Sharma ma'am, I really hope you enjoyed the debate today, and I would request you to please say a few words to all participants, guests assembled here. Thank you, ma'am.
First of all, I would say good morning to one and all. And indeed, it was a pleasure. Am I audible? Yes. So indeed, it is a pleasure to be virtually present on this auspicious occasion. And I find myself honored for being included in the family of St. Paul's School, Gorakhpur, on this solemn occasion of Hopner Memorial Annual Debate Competition. This event is one of a kind, as it is being held on this relatively new platform in virtual mode. And it is my proud privilege to be one of the judges. First and foremost, I take this opportunity to extend my heartfelt wishes to the patron and founder principal of St. Paul's School, the Reverend G. Chandra, on his birthday. Sir, you have been and will continue to be a source of inspiration and a guiding light for many. The noble charisma and the easily approachable personality are what boast about you. I know sir from a long time, and I have found him to be a very simple, and I think that, and I believe that most of the people who have passed out are placed in different positions in society. And we have today gathered here to commemorate the fond memory of Mr. Henry Hopner Lewis, father of Mrs. Nirmala Chandra, who hailed from Lahore and served in the Agriculture Institute of Allahabad. I know Madam Robina has already told us about it, but I would like to repeat so that it is once again instilled in our hearts and minds for the reason for which we are gathered today. The Agriculture Institute in which he served, and now it is called the Sam Higginbottom Institute of Agriculture. Mr. Hopner had a dynamic personality. He was good at sports and as well as a great social activist. But he's famously known for his contribution in the academia. This academic patrimony which was handed down by him to his daughter, Mrs. Nirmala Chandra, director of the St. Paul School, has been treasured and brought forward in the course of time and can be seen in the form of this ever thriving and bountiful institution. Under the able guidance and leadership of Sir and Ma'am, and the sincere efforts and affection towards the students have enabled them to become better persons in society, who serve the society and the community at large. The vision and mission is being carried forward today by the innovative and dynamic executive principal, Mr. Amrish Chandra. And now to the students, I wish to say a few words. That students, you all are fortunate enough to get education in such a prestigious institution. This is an opportunity of a lifetime, and you will definitely experience it in the days to come. As you move forward in life, go to different spheres, reach new goals, you will be remembering your alma mater for the guidance and help which they have imparted to you. The students, I would ask you to make the best use of the resources available and seek the guidance of your esteemed teachers. You should not only aim for the academic development, but also you must take part in the co-curricular activities as you are doing just now. In these difficult times of the pandemic, when it is difficult to meet each other, this virtual platform has been made available. Media has given us electronic devices are available, and they have given us a chance to see each other and to listen to each other. And this was indeed a pleasurable time that we can hear this and celebrate the Founders' Day of this institution. Students, you can draw inspiration from the notable achievements of the alumni. And one great example among us is Ms. Muskan Chandra, who is pursuing her MBBS degree. I don't want to say much about the topic of the debate because it may be a biased opinion of mine. So, but we know that degrees have their own values, and according to the present situation, the new education policy which has been introduced by the Prime Minister of India, we need that as we grow up in age and also in our careers, we should know the education policies which have been changed in the due course of time, and everything has its own importance. This was indeed an encouraging session, and we all as judges were overwhelmed by the grounded deliberations. I would like to congratulate all the participants who made this event a successful one. The zeal and enthusiasm with which you all have participated in the event was really commendable. To judge the deliberations of such a stature was indeed a tough task for the judges, for each surpassed the other. It was really difficult to give the marks, but still it was required, so it had to be done. For all those who did not make it, remember, you are all outstanding even then. There is no need to get disheartened and disappointed. My best wishes are with you all. My heartfelt thanks are due to the stalwart and principal, Mr. Sudarshan Chaudhary, for being the backbone of the entire event, who took great pain to come all over to my place to extend the invite. I thank him and Mrs. Namrata Chaudhary for taking the pain. I congratulate in making this program a grand success. I would once again thank the entire St. Paul's family for inviting me in an event like this. I really enjoyed and was marveled to see the performance of the children. I would like to encourage the children, as they will be appearing for their exams in the days to come. This will be a year in its own, because without proper classes, still online teaching must have been going on. They have to appear, and so they will have to develop a sense of confidence in them, that despite the pandemic, despite the adverse situation, the only thing which they have to do is to labor hard. I would conclude by a line from the famous essayist Robert Louis Stevenson, who has said that to travel hopefully is a better thing than to arrive, and the true success is to labor. So you should labor hard and achieve success. These are my best wishes for you. Thank you once again, one and all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sharma. I would request you to please forward your score sheet to us for the final tabulation. Thank you so much. We have Reverend Chandra with us today. And sir, I would like to take this opportunity to wish you a very happy birthday, and may every good thing be yours.
Thank you very much.
And may you have a lovely, long, healthy life. Could you please say just a few words, sir? It would be very encouraging for us.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I have been here from the very beginning. It was wonderful contested debate, and the speakers really surprised me today, except that I would have been happy if I saw a few more boys, the judges, especially Mrs. Sharma, who gave her time and was with us, and for all her kind words. So thank you very much. Congratulations. Well done. See you again sometime.
Thank you so much, sir. We just have a little time. The final results for the Hopner debate 2020 will be declared shortly, and it will be put up on the website and our social media channels. I would request our principal, Sir Chaudhary, to say a few words. Sir Chaudhary, could you please unmute, sir? Thank you, sir.
On behalf of the entire St. Paul's family, I wish to place on record our deepest appreciation and gratitude to Dr. Shiva Sharma, Associate Professor of English, St. Andrew's Postgraduate College, who most willingly agreed to be a part of this Hopner Memorial Debate. We are grateful for her presence here today, and we are truly honored by her involvement in this program as being one of the judges. May God bless her and use her for His glory. I would like to sincerely thank Mrs. Rubina Martin Chauhan, who has worked so faithfully and diligently to make this program come to this level of excellence. God bless her for her tireless efforts, which have become synonymous with her personality. I would like to thank the honored judges, Mr. Jaswant Dayal, Vice Principal, Bishop Cotton School, and Mr. Martin Chauhan, and alumni of the Bishop Cotton School, who has conducted scores of debates and is well versed in the fundamentals of debates since his school days. And I wish to thank the technical team, without whom this online program would not have been so well done, especially Mr. Bhupender, Mr. Vishal Thomas, Mr. Harry Joshua, Mr. Abhishek Kumar, Mr. Abhishek Rai, Mr. Sashi Rai, Mr. Chandan, and of course, Khushi Chandra, leading from the front with her silent fortitude in all school programs, which she covers with flamboyance. God bless her, and may she grow more in stature according to his holy will. A big thank you to you, dear children, who participated, and congratulations to those who won. But those who did not, please don't lose heart, as it is more important to participate than win. And there's always a next time. God bless you all.
Thank you so much, sir. Our results will be declared shortly. So please keep yourselves tuned to the school website and the social media handles. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day.